exactly who I wanted to be when I was in 7th grade. And we were shunned as black females, especially by our parents.
Oh, so fabulous.
Hi guys, welcome back to the channel once again. It's your girl Dumebi. If this is your first time coming across my channel, you're welcome. I do hope you decide to subscribe, and if you are a returning subscriber, you guys know that I love you. It's so good to have you here. Welcome back. So this particular video that we're going to be talking about today is something that had me in my feelings. The energy off of that video had me feeling a little sad, and it wasn't all good vibes, but I believe like a lot of black people, especially black people in America, can relate to what this black woman had to say. Let me go right ahead and play her video.
I hate being black. I love myself and I love what I look like and I'm proud of being a black person, but I hate being black because I hate all the things that comes with being black. When black people talk about like all the things that we deal with, race, white people always think, oh, it's just race, or it's just, the effects of slavery, or it's just this, or it's just that. Like, I don't think that you guys understand, like, it's everything. If I go to a restaurant, my server is not going to come check on me ever. Like, I don't get good customer service, or I get seated in some dark corner somewhere every time I go out. If there's a group of white people behind me that came in after me, but there's only one table available, they're going to get the table. That actually just happened to me just now, which is why I'm actually making this video, because I was thinking about how much I hate the way society treats me. And being an alternative black girl doesn't make that any easier. I don't know how many times I have to say this, or if I even should have to say this. I know that I have an alternative appearance. I know that I have a ton of piercings. I know that I wear makeup, and I may not wear the most, reserved outfits ever in the world. Although tonight I'm pretty fucking reserved, but that's besides the point. I totally get it. I know what I look like. But at the same time, I just feel like what I look like should not warrant the amount of unhealthy, bad attention that I get. Like, the other day, when I made that video, like, putting up the posters, like the Bad Girls Club posters on Melrose, literally my manager, after we walked away, he's white, by the way, he told me, he said, I didn't realize, like how many dirty looks you get. Like, people are really just so angry, like, just seeing you. Like, every time they see you, like, I see people giving you the most dirty looks from their car and pointing at you and giving you faces. And I had to tell him, like, all my friends tell me that. I'm used to it. I'm 100% used to it. Like, I'm used to it. I'm used to getting looks, and I'm used to getting dirty looks, and I'm used to getting a whole bunch of things. I've been harassed. I've been, hate crimed. Not hate crimed, but I've definitely been called racial slurs or dealt with racism just like outside on the go. At what point do you really blame people for being angry? At what point do you blame people? Like, I drive in my car, I drive alone. I make sure that I keep my car like slightly dirty so that my car doesn't look, and I have a Hyundai. I don't have a glamorous car, but I make sure that it's like not too clean and flashy because I don't want the police to pull me over. I don't even want to get a nice car in the future because I think to myself, well, if I get a nice car, the police are going to pull me over more. I can't fucking do anything. I can't do anything. And don't even get me, colorism is everywhere. Racism is everywhere. It's in everywhere and everything and everyone. Like, I'm tired. I'm tired. I hate it.
So first of all, when I saw that video, I was like, oh my god, she is so beautiful. That beautiful black woman, she is gorgeous. I like her style and her aesthetics, and it's daring. I'm not gonna lie, with the piercings and all of that, but she is so beautiful. And then the message of what she was saying, I listened to that video and I was feeling like, ooh, it's giving me this feeling of being overwhelmed by your situation, which is, being a black person living in America, and somehow like on the verge of self-pity. And I don't even blame her, because with everything that she has said, with her experience, with the things she went on to narrate in that video, you can understand where that feeling is coming from. That feeling of exhaustion of having to always deal with stuff like that, right? I actually went to her page. She's an artist. I listened to some of her music. Beautiful. Her style is gorgeous. And, when I was going through her page, I found out that she's a Nigerian, actually. And I don't know how this is going to come off to you guys watching, but to me specifically, the fact that she's a Nigerian, it just rang a bell in my head that this is exactly the kind of feeling and sentiment and experience that our African American brothers and sisters always complain about, right? You know, having to be hyper vigilant, hyper careful, and all of that in America as a black person. So the fact that a Nigerian who's living in America came out to make this video and express this same sentiment shows that it is not just African Americans trying to always, in quotes, play the victim or make it look as if the system is out to get them. This is something that is obviously happening. Like, for an African, a Nigerian, to go there and complain about the same thing, this should tell everybody that it's not something that's being made up by African Americans to seek attention or whatever, that it is something that is genuinely going on, right? Anyway, before I go ahead to talk about my thoughts, let me go right ahead and play people's responses and stitches to her video.
I hate being black.
No, we not doing this. No, you ain't doing this. No, I don't want to hear that shit. Ain't nothing wrong with you. Stop saying that shit, talking about you don't want to be black. No, ain't nothing wrong with you, baby. You are gorgeous. You are beautiful. Ain't nothing wrong with you. You stop that. You stop that right now. Period. Stop that shit. I don't want to hear it. Ain't nothing wrong with you. Ain't nothing wrong with you, sweetie. Let me tell you something. I know we've been going through hell. The black community, we've been going through it since the beginning of time, okay? It's just natural for us to deal with the bullshit because we've been through it. We understand how America runs. We understand how it works. We get it, you know? But it's not even about that. It's about you. It's about your melanin. Baby, do you understand how precious and how valuable you are? You are beautiful. And that's why that's why they hate it. That's why so many people in America hate the fact that we are black. They hate it because they know what melanin does. They know what it represents. Do you know how much that shit costs in America? Costs more than gold, baby. You are more than gold. You are beautiful. Okay? Let me tell you something else. Sometimes people don't understand that being black is just all you need to be when it comes to this life. Okay. The fact of the matter is when you add all this stuff to your body, like, you know, makeup and, you know, earrings and piercings and stuff like that, you're enhancing what's already perfect. You understand? So when you're enhancing something that's already perfect, sweetie, of course people are going to be jealous. People are going to be mad. People are going to hate you for it because they can't have what we are blessed with. That's also, our skin is a blessing and a curse. Clearly we see it, you know, but don't ever tell yourself that you hate being black, that you don't want to be black, baby. I'm telling you, your skin alone is enough. Okay, look at your face. Look how beautiful it is. Look at your skin. Look how beautiful it is. Look at your lips. Look how beautiful and full. People are paying for that, baby. You don't need to pay for a damn thing. You don't need no altercations. You don't need nothing. You are perfect enough just the way you are. And until you realize that, those negative thoughts are going to always come to surface. You have to give yourself more credit than that, baby. Look at your skin. Your skin is valuable. You have to know that, honey. Stop telling yourself that you don't want to be black. You don't say that no more. We don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it from you because you gorgeous. You fine as hell. If I was straight, you'd be having my kids because you are beautiful. I'll be doing anything I can to make you happy because you women are the reason why we're here. You have to give yourself more power than that, baby. Don't do that to yourself. You're more than enough.
I hate being black.
I refuse to accept a life where I'm forced to view my existence as unbearable. A narrative not only crafted but also upheld by prejudicial laws and social norms from those who harbor ill will towards me or that bore that same feeling towards my ancestors. This heart-wrenching story of this young girl sort of despising her black identity resonated so deeply with me, a feeling that I don't think anyone should ever have to deal with. We must resolutely reject racism. And we must resolutely, absolutely reject internalizing that racism. We must insist on dignity and respect. And it is up to us, y'all. It is our responsibility to shape and reshape our identities and to rewrite our own stories. The psychological warfare waged against us of dark and brown skin in America simply because we identify as Black must completely be dismissed. If we choose to identify as Black people, then it's up to us to start to define and redefine what being Black is. And it's up to us, y'all, for us to love our own identity. I refuse to live a life where I believe my existence is intolerable. And I hope that you will refuse to believe that too.
I hate being Black because I hate all the things that comes with being Black.
So this woman believes that all Black people have it hard because of some experiences that she has had, which she assumes are because of her skin color. First, let's just clarify that every person of every race has experienced rude behavior in their lives, and it's not always because of skin color. Second, her experiences are not universal Black experiences. She does not speak for all Black people. Like, I have never been treated poorly at a restaurant. I've never been put into a back corner and told that I could not leave or sit anywhere else because I was Black. If she's been treated poorly, I feel bad for her, but let's not jump to the conclusion that every negative experience that someone has is because of racism or sexism or some sort of bigotry, when it could be really anything that's causing it.
I hate being Black.
Being a Black person in America is exhausting. I took a course once called Managing Social Dynamics. And in that class, we go through the issues of what it's like in America, not just being a Black person, but any minority. And the whites in that class seemed so shocked by what we were telling them, having to always be vigilant, worried about the police in your community, the fire and EMS people in your community, the politicians in your community. Did things happen because you were Black or because those were just assholes? It's a constant thing that you go through that white people don't understand, and don't understand when we say that is what white privilege really is.
But I hate being Black because I hate all the things that comes with being Black.
Dear little sister, in Bell Hooks' Talking Back, Thinking Feminist, Thinking Black, she writes, as subjects, people have the rights to define their own reality, establish their own identities, name their own history. As objects, one's reality is defined by others, one's identity created by others, one's history named only in ways that defines one relationship to those who are the subject. This is why we must learn the oppositional gaze, the core of this book, that we cannot define ourselves by them. We cannot see ourselves through their eyes. That we must learn to have an oppositional gaze. We must learn to see ourselves as beautiful, as powerful, like you. You are amazing. You are gorgeous inside and out. And I can see that through your video. And so I want you to know, as she continues, that as oppressed people resist by identifying themselves as subjects, by defining their reality, shaping their new identity, naming their history, telling their story, by telling each other our stories of those of us who are different, who stood outside, who allowed ourselves to express our inner beings, that causes a visceral reaction in those who are weaker of spirit. The haters, yes, they will call and crawl out to you and try to tell you you are lesser than, but you cannot believe them, little sister. You must believe that you have a light that is so bright inside of you, that shines so brightly that those who are not ready for it get burned, but those who can see it.
I hate being Black.
Man, y'all go back and listen to this video. I hate that we have to have this sentiment. It's hard out here because people don't understand the intricacies of what it means. Most of us are proud and comfortable within our own skin, but the intricacies of what we have to deal with every single day, the microaggressions at work, once you leave your house, the mailman, all of it, just to come home, decompress, do it again. I hate that this is the sentiment, especially for the younger generation, because things should be better for them. I don't hate being black, but damn, it is tough.
I hate being black.
So, I agree with her. Hear me out before you just hear me out. Being black is amazing. The culture, the community, everything. It's amazing. Skin. Oh, it's great. I love being black. Being perceived as black and being socialized as black. The consequences of that. I hate it. I'm so sorry, I hate it. Now, there are so many things I could speak about, but I'm just going to speak about one thing in particular. As a black woman who was a black girl, I realized in my journey of growth that as a black person and as a black girl specifically, there are certain emotions that you are just not allowed to feel, period. Not like you can feel them later, you're just not allowed to feel them. It doesn't matter in what context, what happened, what's the situation. Because you're black, because you're a black girl / black woman, you're not allowed to feel those emotions. One of those emotions is anger. I realized in my journey that I am not allowed to be angry at all. It doesn't matter what happened, because the minute I'm angry, then everyone is scared. Everyone is trembling. It doesn't even matter that I am the victim. It happened in my childhood, being raised. The minute I'm angry, I'm overreacting. I'm performing. I'm being performative. I'm being aggressive. I'm being violent. I'm being angry with my words. And I'm being inappropriate, basically. Of which the emotion would have been appropriate for that specific situation. Regardless of that, because I'm black, I cannot be angry, because then I will attack and I will do this and that and that. And even now, in my young adulthood, because of that, I have trained myself. Growing up, I've trained myself to find other ways to articulate myself when I am angry, so that it doesn't become viewed as anger, even when it really should. In situations when I am being completely discriminated upon and abused, I cannot be angry, I cannot cry, I cannot be upset, because I'm black. Because my anger and my emotion and my passion is seen as a threat and is seen as a weapon. And this has caused me to be emotionally distant or emotionally detached from any situation. Like, absolutely anything. Because I cannot feel my emotions immediately. I need to fix them and then feel them, so that people don't dehumanize.
I hate being black.
I definitely understand what you're saying, and I'm going to actually take it a step further. It's even worse because the world is handicapped. Like, it's completely handicapped. Say you're black, right? You've got white people that don't like the black person. You've got the darker shades of black people that don't like the light-skinned people. You've got the Hispanics that already don't like either white or black. They want to just be with Hispanic. And it's just a cluster, like a complete shitstorm. And it's sad because you could be in the wrong part of town and people will give you dirty looks. Why is there even a wrong part of town? Do you understand that in Texas there are still sundown towns, like where people of color have to be inside at a certain time? Like, are you serious? Are you kidding me? Why is that still here? And then on top of that, the anti-lynching law just got approved, like what, 2022, which was last year, from the whole Emmett Till situation? Really? We're that handicapped? The ancestors of this land that was stolen is so handicapped that we're fighting ourselves within ourselves, and it's messed up. Like, I just don't appreciate it. Like, I don't appreciate that I catch shit from all different races. I even catch shit because I'm tall. Like, and because I'm skinny. And I'm just like, so what? I'm tall and lanky and I'm black. I don't give a fuck, right? Don't give a fuck. Don't care.
I hate being black.
The video isn't necessarily about that video. Like, shout out to them. Their grievances are valid. But far too often we're told about why we should hate being black. So I just wanted to list my favorite parts of being black. The head nod between black men when you're walking down the street in an unknown area, especially when it's a really white area and you just see another brother and you just do the head nod. And the fact that the head nod has different variations, like this means different from that. Another thing I love is our music. From Caribbean dancehall to Afro beats to traditional tribal music, it seems like blackness is just so innately tied to a creative soul. I really the fact that our elders, no matter what country you're from, an older black woman is gonna think of you as her child. That sense of community, it's undefeatable. Oh, our own variations on cookouts. Like every black culture, every black ethnicity has cookouts or gatherings about food and music, which I always found beautiful.
So basically, there are two kind of reactions, right? People that are like, I know, baby girl, I understand where you're coming from, but we have to be strong. We cannot let them define how we see ourselves and stuff. So these particular people are trying to bring out the positives of being black and not focus on the negative things that probably come with being black in a predominantly white community or society or country, right? And on the other hand, you have people that are kind of more sympathetic towards her, empathetic, talking about how they feel the same way and all of that. So yeah, it is all right. I know we are black people, black and proud, we're strong, we're this and we're that, but at the end of the day, we are human. In as much as we always have to be our own strength, motivate ourselves, love on ourselves, be proud of ourselves and stuff like that, being that we are human, it can get exhausting when you always have to be hyper vigilant. You know, when I watched her video and I went through her page and I saw her style, you know, with the piercings, the rock star chick. I don't know if that's rock star kind of aesthetic she's rocking, but you guys get what I mean, you know, with the boots and all of that. She has a very unique style. She is beautiful. She rocks that style so well, I'm not gonna lie. So there was a part of me that was like, okay, how about maybe she gets the dirty stares and all of that simply because of how she looks, which she did acknowledge in the video that she knows her style is kind of unique. But that goes further to prove what we're saying. Like, when you're a black person in a predominantly white space and you're treated a certain way, or you get some certain kind of passive aggressive moves against you, or there's just some certain things that you pass through, and then you have to now ask yourself, is this happening to me because maybe the person is just a bad person or a rude person, or maybe because of how I'm dressed, because I have locks in my hair, because my skin is super dark? Is this why I was treated this way, or is it because they don't like black people? So you always have to analyze the situation, be extra vigilant, hyper vigilant to know, like, okay, is it my race? What I experienced, is it as a result of that person's racism against black people, or is it just simply because they are badly behaved or rude people? So I think the mental gymnastics of always having to analyze the situation to know if you're even safe being there, because maybe that person has prejudices against black people, or if they would treat any other person of another race as badly as they treated you. The part where she talked about how she has to allow her car be dirty because she doesn't want it to be too clean so that the cops doesn't keep an eye on her. I cannot imagine how exhausting it is to live like that. And in as much as we're black people, we love our skin color. I mean, we're magical. Our hair defies gravity. Our skin soaks up the sun. We have resilience. We have rhythm. We have soul. We have all of these things. We're blessed. The world is trying to make us, like, the world is on a mission to make us not appreciate ourselves, to make us not be unapologetically us. And that's quite exhausting. That is sad. It was just, you know, hearing her speak was very heartbreaking. And that's the funny thing. No matter how you feel about this, you still have to keep doing what you do. You still have to wake up the next morning and still have this skin and navigate your life and make the best out of it, because at the end of the day, there's really nothing we can do but be black and proud, right? You guys let me know what you think about it in the comment section. Could you relate to what she said? Have you ever felt like that? Have you ever felt exhausted by the challenges that come with being a black person, Please share in the comment section what you think, and how did you overcome that mindset when you were exhausted or on the verge of depression or self-pity because of all these challenges that Black people face. Let me know in the comment section. Please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up as well. Subscribe if you haven't, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.